Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth with World's Cup of Joe. Awaken your soul. Remember to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell if you want notifications on new videos that we are uploading that deal with your twin flame and spiritual journeys. Now, on to our video. I consider the moment I met my twin flame to be the biggest windfall to have ever come into my life. No, he didn't bring me monetary or material fortune, but what he did bring me was a spiritual and emotional awakening. I didn't know at the time how vast of a fortune this would amass to, and that in a matter of weeks, the entire course that my life was on would veer in a totally different direction, into the virtually unknown and unclear. I changed paths and my life would forever be altered, but for the better. What was clear to me at the time of meeting him was that I was completely enamored with him. I was immediately in love like never before, and I believed I had finally had a love that was so different and so surreal that it felt like I was walking in a dream 24/7. Now, I want to read this quote by Dickens. "Dissatisfied with my fortune, of course I could not be, but it is possible that I may have been, without quite knowing it, dissatisfied with myself." So where does a quote from Charles Dickens fit into my or even your twin flame journey? Well, it highlights the idea that we often credit or blame our twins for creating our pain when we go through the addictive energy, our dark night, separation. But the reality is the pain is and has always been internal. It was always internal. It was just hidden and buried, often for many years. Our fortune in this case, our twin, is not something to be dissatisfied with, but it is the inner pain that we don't even recognize that is the real reason for our suffering. I had instant addictive energy from the moment I laid eyes on my twin's photo and started talking with him online. I didn't know that it was addictive energy, and there was one part of me that just was in love with every moment of talking to him, thinking about him, fantasizing about his whereabouts, picturing our future together. And then there was this whole other side of me that was tortured constantly by every thought of him. And I would think, how do I feel this way? How do I feel two opposing emotions simultaneously regarding one person? How did I amass the biggest fortune of my life, my person, a love like no other, but at the same time conjure up the most pain I have ever experienced before? Now realize, since my addictive energy started immediately, all of the painful energies and fears came along immediately. The only thing that would satiate it for even a few moments would be to be on the phone or to see him in person, but it was never enough. The pain would always return and always come in strong. Now, the gain in meeting my person was offset by the feelings that rose up within myself. And this quote is identifying that you can gain the biggest fortune and still be unhappy and not know why. But where does that unhappiness come from? It comes from within. Our twins don't make us happy and they don't make us unhappy. Even balanced, they are never the source of our emotions. We are. We always will be. We won the biggest prize of all, meeting our twin, yet the mind was never satisfied. If it was, the addictive energies would never have pushed them away. It was never them which didn't satisfy us. It was all of the residual pain and stored energies that started rising to the surface when we met them. I hope all of you can hear this and realize that we should never be dissatisfied with this path that our soul brought to us when it used our twins to wake us up. They have and always will be our best tool and teacher to keep us growing and get us to the point where our soul knew it was ready to be. Some people wake up through trauma. We woke up to love. Yes, it is painful, but through our awakening, we got knowledge to how the universe works. We learned we are soul and not our minds. We gained incredible insight into the workings of the world and to our own realities. That is a gift, and the universe decided to deliver it through love. We wouldn't have woken up if there wasn't the trauma of losing our person. I know that if separation wouldn't have occurred for me, I would still be in the same addictive energy. I would be in the same pain and self-loathing that I was prior to him leaving. I didn't know at the time, but meeting him and the pain I was experiencing was an unhappiness within myself. The triggers and fears were not from him, but were from my mind. He didn't create the thoughts in my head. He merely was the catalyst to bring them to the forefront to be dealt with. Our person didn't make us unhappy, even if they left us. It was the mind that made us unhappy. But it is through our person that we can wake up and be soul. And it is through soul that the answer to how to combat this pain is remedied, to remedy all the pain and suffering in your life. Your eyes have been opened, my loves. Don't give in and feed the mind with the fears. Rather, be grateful for this moment. Be grateful to the unveiling of soul that your twin awakened within you. Love you guys.